Shalom, blessings, warriors of YAHUAH and the truth. We are on video number 27 of Nimrod's secret identity, the greatest conspiracy on earth. I do have older videos where I'm reading from Sunday Origins, Fossilized Customs, but you'd have to find the first Fossilized Customs one to find the title. As I grew in knowledge of how to make the videos more accessible, I started adding the title of the book plus the titles of each section I was reading. But sometimes I can't fit all of the titles into one text box or one title box. But if you guys have watched a few of the Beguiled series videos, you can find the older Beguiled videos that I've made. This is a rather new book that I've gotten recently, but there's like I did an introduction of the book with an introduction and In the Storms song or poem, and it explains pretty much everything that's in this book. But after we're done with this book, because we are like very, very, very close to the end here, we will be reading, let me see if I can get it out. Okay. We will be reading Who is Allah? The Hindu Connection. My favorite color. Brother Lou White wrote this book too. I love every book that he writes. I always learn something new from every book. Okay, so now we are starting with excuses, and this goes along quite well with the last video I did on Nimrod's secret identity. Okay, so let's begin. Let's examine some of the excuses people use to reject the true name. Some declare that YAHUAH has many names. No, YAHUAH has one name and many offices, such as healer, shepherd, redeemer, father, husband, protector, possessor of Shamayim and earth, etc. YAHUAH Yireh is YAHUAH my provider. Some claim that no matter what name they use, YAHUAH will know who they mean. That is the most ridiculous thing that people say. This excuse boasts of prideful arrogance, implying that the creator of Shamayim and Areth will just have to figure it out and deal with the terms we choose. It's as if we're naming him, yet we have no such authority. He'll have to take what we dish out and like it. Others say that the pronunciation of YAHUAH's name has been lost. Do we really believe, even for one moment, that YAHUAH is going to command us to call Kara, or Quara, it's Q-A-R-A, upon his name, and not allow, and then allow his name to, or the pronunciation of his name to be lost? I don't think so. Of course not. All we must do is sound off the letters. Surely we can trust in the most used word in all of Scripture. The Dead Sea Scrolls have revealed many examples of the original letter form which the words of YAHUAH were written in. Some proclaim that YAHUAH's name is not found in the Brit Hadashah. The reason we don't see YAHUAH's name in the Brit Hadashah is because it has been replaced, and it became policy to adopt alternate or popular terms as substitutions for it. Titles are not names. My father's name, 4 vowels. That's the next section we're on. Now let's examine the pronunciation of the father's name. The 1st century, called Josephus, tells us that the name consists of 4 vowels. Commonly, we see the name in encyclopedias as YHWH. These 4 vowels stand for the Hebrew letters Yod, He, U, He. Yod, He, U, and He. The Yod is the same as our letter Y. The hey is the same as the letter H, and the U is often WA, W-A-W, represented as the W. But it's essentially the sound of O-O, oo. The letter hey appears as the second and fourth letter. And I apologize, I pronounced it UA for a very long time because it was U-A-U. So it automatically made me use the A sound in it because of the way it's spelled. The Assyrians heard and transcribed the proper transliteration of our Father's name as YAHUAH, Y-A-U-A, YAHUAH. Having lived with the Israelites who have been taken into captivity by the Assyrians, their transliteration is then credible. The state of Iowa is said to be based on the name, handed down through the Native American tribes. These tribes were remnants of the explorers sent by Solomon to establish colonies and mine copper, tin, silver, iron, and gold. Concerning Josephus, the first century historian, we read in his book Josephus' Complete Works, page 556, that he had observed the priestly headpiece. On this headpiece, the Father's name consisted of 4 vowels. The first 2 vowel letters are Yod-He, and according to Strong's Concordance number H3050, it is pronounced as Yah, Y-A-H. We find an example of this shortened poetic form of Yahuwah's name in Psalms 68:4. We can see these letters are vowels even as they are used in English. When we say Y, we hear the I sound. Y, like the I as you hear it at the end. When we pronounce the H, we can hear the A sound because the H is silent, as seen with the name Sarah. Now we come to the third vowel letter, U, U-A-U, often erroneously rendered Vav or Wah. The U-A-U is the vowel letter sound U. It is not pronounced as our letter W, since the Hebrew alphabet does not have a letter to correspond to our W. The letter W first appeared in the 13th century. It should not be thought of as a double anything. It's simply a U. Now we have 2 syllables, Yah plus U, Yahu. The Masoretes altered this with invented vowel markings, so it became Yeho. To misdirect anyone from uttering the name correctly, the 4th letter of the name is the vowel letter He. Some believe that the ending of Yahuwah's name has an Ah, A-H, and others E-H, A. The tribe of YAHUDAH gives us a significant clue. The name YAHUDAH is spelled Yod-He-U-Dalet-He. If we remove the Dalet, which is a D, we find the 4 letters Yod-He-U-He. YAHUDAH minus the D equals YAHUAH is the next section. Is it possible to find the truth in the Greek? Josephus Flavius Yusef, born Yusef ben Mattiyahu, 37 through 101 CE, a Yahudi historian, confirms that our Father's name consisted of 4 vowels, with the UAU having the U sound, which agrees with the Assyrian pronunciation YAHUAH and is pronounced YAHUAH. Strong's Concordance number H3068, 6,823 entries, renders Yahuwah's name as Yehovah, which is incorrect. Checking H3050, we find that his shortened poetic name, Yah, refers us back to H3068, which they rendered as Yeh, Y-E-H. Yah is correct. Yeh is an alteration. The Yeh spelling is the result of the Masoretes, who used alternative vowels for another word, Adoni, in order to keep the name Yahuwah concealed from the masses, occulted or hidden. The vowel pointing by the Masoretes cannot be trusted because of their intention to hide the name of our Father Yahuwah. The vowels they used were intended to direct the reader to say Adoni or Adonai instead of what was written. It was to cue the reader to not pronounce the name. Very, very conspicuous. In the name Yahusha, Yah, Y-A or Y-A-H, was changed to Y-E or Y-E-H, Yea, which hides the connection with the name of the Father, Exodus 23:21. For further confirmation, we read in the Stramata, verse 6, by Clement in Alexandria, the mystic name of the four letters which was affixed to those alone to whom the aditum was accessible is called IAOUE, which is interpreted who is and shall be. And aditum was the innermost sanctuary of an ancient Greek temple. How then does Ahaya, I am, fit into our understanding of the Father's name? At Exodus 3:14, we read, Ahaya Asher Ahaya, and he said, "This shall you say to the children of Yasharal, Ahaya has sent me to you." Ahaya Asher Ahaya, he was speaking of himself in the first person because only he can claim I will be. Whereas when he reveals to his people that his name is Yahuwah, he is speaking in the third person. Yahuwah is the name we are to know, declare, and worship through the name Yahusha. Yah is our deliverer, or I am your deliverer. He identifies himself exclusively by this one name. Yahusha clearly tells us in John 17:26 that he had declared his Father's name to the people, and since we are Yahusha's body, we are to do the same. Colossians 1:18, how foolish to think that the head, Yahusha, Bella, where are you going? Yahusha would call his father Yahuwah, but his body, us, would call our Father Lord, God, or Jehovah, and the Son's name be Jesus, since there is no J in Hebrew. How is that possible? The Apostle John is really Yehukanan. At John Yehukanan 5:43, Yahusha tells us that he came in his Father's name. He came in the authority of Yahuwah and carries this name in his own. Jeremiah Yirmiyahu 23:25-27 tells us that lies have caused Yahuwah's people to forget his name for Baal, meaning Lord. Many faulty interpretations have been propagated through the leadership in both Judaism and Christianity. Not only Judaism and Christianity replaced the names of the Father and his Son, but they've even changed the original Paleo-Hebrew names of the prophets in order to conceal Yahuwah's name, because this name is embedded in the original names of several prophets. An example of this is found in the name of the prophet known as Jeremiah. In Hebrew, his name contains the shortened poetic form of Father's name, Yah, and should have been transliterated as Yirmiyahu. See any concordance. Notice that it ends with Yah. The word Isaiah should be rendered Yashayahu. Notice the ending Ayah in these two names. These prophets would not recognize their own names, as they are found in modern-day English scriptures. Next time we will be reading the Son's name, Yod-He-U-Shenayin, Yahusha. How long do we waver between two opinions? A message of love, and this transliteration is different. Let me see. Yes, we probably have about, I can usually guess, there's around 3 or 4, maybe 3 to 5 lessons left in this book, depending on how long I make the lessons. We're on page 108 if you guys have this this book, and there's 128 pages, so we have 20 more pages to read. If you guys want to get this book, it's at TorahZone.net. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson today. And now it's time to praise YAHUAH. Torah Rabbah Abba YAHUAH. Torah Rabbah Abba YAHUAH. Hallelujah, hallelujah, YAHUAH. Let's see here. All I want to do is worship YAHUAH in spirit and in truth, in spirit and in truth, for his kindness is everlasting. I'm trying to think of the song I sang yesterday, the little short piece at the end of Brother Mark's show yesterday on Spark and News Jazz channel. My Yah is an awesome Yah. He reigns from Shamayim above. He reigns with power and love. Our Yah is an awesome Yah. Yahusha is my shepherd, I shall not want. I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba YAHUAH and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Shalom and blessings, warriors of YAHUAH and the truth.